a beat them come a hot, come a hot, come a hot. Me a beat them come a hot, come a hot, come a hot. Me a beat. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, the Abby-licious, and for today's video, I will be giving you guys a list of things that I use throughout my postpartum C-section recovery. A lot of people don't talk about this, and a lot of times when you research postpartum recovery items, they normally give you a list of stuff for vaginal birth. And if you have planned, like I did, for vaginal birth and then you ended up doing an emergency C-section, a lot of those items that you ended up bringing to the hospital with you are items that you don't need and that you ended up wasting your money to get. So I am here to give you a list of items that you absolutely need to recover from your C-section surgery, and items that I wish I had bought that I ended up just seeing after I've been out the hospital and all that good stuff. So before I continue, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can be the first one to get notified whenever I post a new video. And without further ado, let's get into items you absolutely need for your postpartum C-section recovery. Okay, so first on the list is going to be a bobby pillow. Now, this is not only for you, but it's also for the baby. So you never know if your baby is going to come early or late, but this absolutely helps for breastfeeding if you're going to breastfeed. But also, this is something that I recently learned on TikTok as well, that you can use the bobby pillow to press onto your incision. So when you're in pain, or let's say, and this happened to me a lot, when I was laughing or sneezing or even talking, I always feel the pressure down there and it hurts, and I'm always using my hand to press down there. So if you have a bobby pillow, like even when you're in the hospital, that pillow helps to press against your incision, and it helps put a little pressure on your incision so it doesn't hurt as much when you're laughing or talking or sneezing. So absolutely yes. And another thing with the bobby pillow as well, if you're nursing, it helps to adjust the baby without the baby actually being in your arm. The baby does hold a little weight, and sometimes your hand can get a little uncomfortable or a little tired. So the bobby pillow does help you with that as well. The next thing on my list is going to be a belly band. Now, the hospital does provide you with a belly band. And of course, I didn't know I needed this until I was in there, and it was hard for me to stand straight because I hurted, and I felt like if I did, I was gonna rip my stitches out or something, which you're absolutely not going to. But the belly band does help give you an extra support so you don't feel as though you're going to rip your stitches out. So the hospital again did provide me with a white one that is just normal, but after I got out the hospital, I realized that I'm gonna need something a little bit tighter, a little bit more secure. So I ended up going on Amazon, and I saw this one specifically for postpartum. Of course, they have a ton of different ones, but this one did help me a lot, and it has like 2 separate pieces. Yeah, you're definitely gonna need a belly band. You don't have to buy one. The hospital will provide one for you, and you can just use that's in there. But for me personally, I ended up just buying one because I felt like that was just gonna give me a little bit more secure. And you can wear it as long as you want. Your body's not gonna snap back to its original form. And you can also use it, when you're working out and just trying to get back to, your sexy self. Next thing on my items is gonna be pads. Now, yes, the hospital does provide pads for you, and if you've seen my previous video on postpartum essentials, I did ended up getting pads and diapers and all this type of stuff for myself to recover, but I only bled a lot my first 3 days of postpartum. The rest of the time, I literally used a I used a regular pad that I have in my bathroom for regular period days. Like, that's the pad I end up using for the rest of my postpartum, and I didn't bleed that long. I guess C-section recovery is a little bit different from vaginal recovery, so I literally bled for a week, 2 weeks, and my second week I didn't bleed as hard, so you don't really need those big ass hospital pads. I ended up still having a whole pack of big hospital pads that I don't know what to do with it because I didn't bleed as heavy. But you do need pad. I would just say just get regular pads if you are having a C-section surgery. Next on my list is going to be a Peri bottle. So I did mention this in my other video as well. You definitely need a Peri bottle. Again, the hospital does provide you with a Peri bottle, but it's good to have your own. And the Peri bottle is not only good for postpartum, but the Peri bottle is good for when you're on your monthly cycle and you want to spray down there every time you use the bathroom. Like that is, so the Peri bottle is not going to go to waste. You're not going to waste your money. But if you don't want to spend your little coins, the hospital provides one for you. Okay, next on my list, and this is crucial, you guys, and I didn't think about it until I want to say the day before I got out the hospital or the day I got out the hospital. You need a step stool. Now, you might think that no, you don't, but again, honestly, I want to say it depends on the type of bed that you have. My bed is around my waist and I'm 5 feet, so 5 feet 2 inches, whatever. I'm claiming my 2 inches, but my bed is up here, so I have to climb up to get into my bed. But not only that, like rolling around all that good stuff and all that stuff, like it hurts. But I had trouble getting into my bed the first week and a half during postpartum, and I needed a step stool. Luckily, I already have one in my house, so it just stayed by my bed for a few days, of course, to help me climb into the bed and help me climb out. But you absolutely, absolutely need a step stool. Like, you need it. Unless you have a low bed, like closer to the floor, and you feel like you'll be okay, then that's fine. But get you a step stool. Next on my list is postpartum underwear. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than the vaginal postpartum underwear. So I saw these on Amazon and I wish I had gotten them because I ended up getting the Freedom Mom one and it rubbed on my incision and it was really uncomfortable. And I honestly prefer the hospital granny panties that they gave me. But they have these panties, and I'm gonna put a picture of it right here. But they have these high-waisted underwear on Amazon that has a section to help secure and support your incision. I wish I knew that, and I wish I had bought it because that is going to be a lifesaver. So I'm putting you guys on because these are things that I ended up wishing that I had, and I ended up didn't get. And on that same note, they also have a C-section cream that I saw on Amazon. And I'm so mad that I didn't get that because my incision, it itched for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. It itched so bad and it was hard to scratch. And it gets a little, the skin starts to strip off of it. And if you know, you know. I'm not going to get into it. It's kind of TMI and a lot of people don't really want to hear about that stuff. But yeah, it does get a little uncomfortable down there, but they do have a cream for that as well on Amazon. Great reviews, you guys. Like, definitely pick up some before you go into the hospital. It's going to help you out at least the first 2 weeks. After that, girl, you're going to stop using your meds and stuff, and you're going to be okay. You're not going to need all that stuff no more. But anything to help you recover faster, more comfortably, and you're going to have a baby as well, so just try to help a sister out. Next on my list is going to be compression socks. Now, I heard about this before I went into the hospital, but I didn't know how important it was to have compression socks. So I want to say after delivery and the first 2 days of postpartum, because of all that fluid that they pumped in your body, everything is going to rush down to your foot, especially if you get the epidermal and your body down there is numb. When I tell you, my legs was so swollen as if I was pregnant all over again. The thing that they wrapped around your foot to help with the swelling, that doesn't work. The compression socks do. And I ended up putting the compression socks the second day when I realized that my leg was swollen, because you don't even be thinking about that stuff, you know, the first day or so. Like, all you're thinking about is the baby and trying to get off the meds that they put you on. But the second day when I realized, you know, when I finally got out of bed, I was trying to get out of bed, I realized that my legs was huge, and I ended up putting the compression socks off, and the swelling went down within 24 hours. Magic, I'm telling you. Get you some compression socks. They're expensive, but it's worth it. Okay? And of course, I don't think I need to tell you guys about the nursing essential, like the nursing bras. You're definitely gonna need a breast pump. The hospital has breast pump, but if you can get the single breast pump that you can just pop in your bra and just pump while you're in bed, that is easier than having a nurse to draw the breast pump that they have. And you know, like anything that make your life easy, I would just say get those little one, like the cozy mom or mom cozy thing off Amazon, whatever. Get you one of those. It's gonna help you out, trust me. And I don't think I need to tell y'all, since we're on the nursing topic, to also get nipple butter or nipple cream. You're definitely gonna need those as well, and not just for pumping, but for nursing or breastfeeding as well. Next thing you're absolutely going to need is your pain meds. Now, when I was in the hospital, because I was so messed up on those drugs, like, let me tell you, the first 2 days after giving birth, I barely remember everything. I only remember pieces of that day. Like, that's how messed up I was. I was still drugged up on the drugs. So I ended up just asking the nurse to not give me the Oxy, because the Oxy was the strongest meds that they were giving me, and I just didn't want to take any more. Like, I wanted to get off on the meds a little bit first before I start taking some more. And that was a bad idea, because the Oxy was the strongest and I was in pain that entire time, even on the other drugs that they were giving me. Like, so no, take your meds. This is like really, really important. And I put this on the list because a lot of people, when they come out the hospital, they might feel like they no longer need it or whatever. If you don't have insurance, like, pay out of pocket, get that meds. Like, you gonna need it. You're not gonna need it for the entire 2 months, as they say, because that's like postpartum, you know, stretch, you know, 6 weeks, whatever. You're not gonna need your meds for that entire time. I literally take my meds 2 weeks and I was good without it. Every once in a while, I do feel a little pressure down there, and I will take like a pill or two just to get rid of that little discomfort. But you're not gonna need your meds for that long of a time. But your first 2 weeks are gonna be your hardest weeks. They're gonna be a little painful. You're gonna need your meds. And the next thing I did ended up splurging on, and this is, you don't necessarily have to get it, but I had an issue producing milk. So I bought these 2 items, and they somewhat helped me while I had a little milk left in my system. But if you don't have a problem producing milk, then this is probably not for you. But the few little girls out there like myself who did have this issue, and you just wasn't supplying enough to feed your nice little beautiful baby, these 2 items you probably want to add to your list as well. So the first is going to be a lactation massager. So this is, if you are nursing or breastfeeding, you're definitely going to need this. It does help with clogged nipples. That's not the word, but you know what I mean. So when it's clogged up down there, and you feel like it's starting to hurt, you will know if it's clogged. You're definitely going to need that lactation massager. I end up getting the one from the Freedom Mom line. It is really nice. It does warm up really nice, and it does massage. And I did notice that when I start using it, like, it flows a little bit nice. It flows a little bit easier. But still don't help me, you know, get my milk up, but it does help. Last thing on my list is going to be lactation gummies or lactation snacks. They have a tons of them. They have the drink, they have the cookies, they have gummies. They have a lot of different lactation supplements that you can take to help build your supply up. Again, I did get the Freedom Mom lactation gummies. I took the entire jar, and I'm not sure if it worked for me or not, but I've seen a lot of reviews that said that it does help, it does work. I'm not sure, my situation is a little bit different, but if you feel like you need some type of lactation supplement, I will say get it. And these are just tips because I've already ran out of the things that I needed for recovery. But this is just tips for you mamas out there, first time mom. You're definitely gonna need more advice than the ones who've already been there, done that. Definitely eat your calories. Like, get your calories up, especially the first week. You're gonna be super weak, super tired, so eat all that sweets, all that snack that you've been dreaming, craving about. Eat them, get them calories up. You're gonna feel way better. And of course, your nurses and doctors gonna tell you this. You don't need me to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. No drinking, no smoking, no heavy lifting, at least until you are done breastfeeding and nursing. And of course, the lifting part is definitely after you've went to your 6-week checkup and the doctor give you to go ahead to do so. But y'all be safe out there. That's all I have for you guys. New mamas out there, you're doing a good job. Get you some rest. We got this. And that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.